Welcome to our posts. Today we will see stories of r/IDontWorkHereLady. Karen wants pizza from a place that has everything but pizza. The other day I wanted a pizza. My favorite pizza place is in a supermarket nearby, one of those in-store shops. Now here's the way this place is arranged. There's the pizza shop on the right that sells only pizza and nothing else besides some refreshments. On the left there's a grill-type shop that sells everything from hot dogs to chicken breast to potato salad and everything in between, but it doesn't serve pizza at all. And then there is the common seating area, which consists of 2 tables and a long table along the wall, between the two where you can sit down and eat if you don't want the food to go. I grab my pizza and I see no free seat nearby when I spot someone leaving the first chair by the grill place on the long table, so I sit there and start digging into my pizza. I barely eat a slice when Karen comes to the grill. "Cashier, how can I help you?" "Karen, I want a pepperoni pizza with." "Cashier, I'm sorry ma'am, we don't serve pizza here." "If you want one." Karen interrupts. "Karen, what do you mean you don't have pizza?" "This person here," points at me, "is eating one." "Cashier, he got it from the place next door." Karen, "Okay, so go and make me one too." "Cashier, I can't, I don't work there." "You'll have to go to." Karen, "What do you mean you don't work here?" "This is a restaurant, you work here, give me a pizza." Cashier, "Ma'am, I'm trying to tell you we are 2 separate establishments. We don't have pizza, they do." Karen, "Then why is he eating pizza here?" Again, pointing at me, "Hey, why do you sit here?" Me, "There were no other free seats." Karen, "It doesn't matter. If you ordered from the other side you have to sit there." Me, "It's a common area, you can sit wherever you want no matter where you ordered." So Karen thought the 2 shops was just one restaurant, but for some reason there were 2 separate seating areas, #Karen logic. Hearing the commotion, a security guard comes over. "Security guard, what's going on here why are you yelling?" Karen, "This worker refuses to serve me and continues to say he doesn't work here." Security guard, "Is this true?" Cashier, "Okay ma'am, I'll serve you, what did you want again?" Karen, "Ugh. I already told you, I want a pepperoni pizza with extra cheese." Cashier, looking at the guard and gesturing towards Karen. Security guard, "Ma'am, the pizza place is right over there." Karen, "I know. He needs to go over there and serve me." To make this short, the story pretty much repeats. In the end, the Karen leaves huffing and puffing and swearing she'll never come back. The cashier actually apologizes to me about the inconvenience and I said he didn't have to. Pizza and a show. This just made my day. Next story. Started sweet, then turns sour. I love books. So I take my kids into bookstores all the time. So I was in the kids section helping my youngest look at different books when another little boy asked me where the bad kitty books were. So since I was there I showed him, he thanked me then went back to what I was doing. All fine, right? Then a little while later I was looking at books for myself when his mother comes up to me and asks me where the mystery/thrillers were. I don't read that genre, so I told her I wasn't sure. She said, "You must be new, this is the part where you help me find them." I told her I didn't work there, I was just a customer. She tells me if I don't help her she'll tell my manager. I tell her to go ahead because I don't have one. She starts following me telling me how horrible I am because I helped her son but not her, that she's going to get me written up. My son comes up to me at that point ready to leave. I thought that would make it clear to her I didn't work there. Nope, she got even more mad that I brought my child in to work with me. She followed me all the way to the register and demanded they get a manager because I am the rudest employee she ever encountered. The woman at the register was confused, the manager came over, told her I didn't work there. Then the woman tells me, "If you had just taken the time to help me find my book, this wouldn't have happened." My son, who always has something to say to escalate a situation, tells her, "That's not how you say sorry. Mom says you say it without making an excuse." I hustled him out of there quickly, but couldn't tell him he was wrong, he had a point. Next story. Someone called the police because I didn't work there. So I have one of those technician jobs where I go all over and work on point-of-sale machines. I often get mistaken for someone that works at the store because I'm behind the counter. Normally people are understanding, but not at this store. When I arrived at this store, I was greeted by the manager and owner of the store because they have been having issues with a barcode reader. The problem was there was nothing I was really able to do about it. We had been having this issue for months, and as techs we were not giving any way to fix it. I had the manager and owner threatening to get me fired because I don't want to do my job. They didn't like me already because of something that my coworker told them months earlier when I was still in training. I was pretty frustrated just minutes after walking into the store. I spent about 4 hours in this store doing everything to try and fix this issue. This store has a big island in the middle of it and had a cashier on either end, and I was working in the middle of them. I had people come up to me almost the entire time I was there trying to get me to ring them up. I would just tell them I don't work here, you'll have to go to the other people, and would point to the cashiers. As I'm about to wrap up for the day, I notice 6 police officers come into the store and start talking to the manager. I didn't catch the whole conversation, but I did hear the cop ask, "Are you sure that everyone behind the counter is supposed to be there?" The manager said, "Yeah, those are my 2 clerks and he's the tech trying to fix the problem." They were there for about 15 minutes and never said anything to me. Next story. I wasted a Karen's time and maybe broke her brain. So this happened last Thursday. I was at Home Depot getting jumper cables. I was wearing a blue shirt, so no idea why this Karen thought I worked there, but ours is not to reason why. I am looking around for jumper cables, my brain kind of in low power mode. When I hear "Tell me where the fuses are," I do a half turn and say, "Oh what?" This woman about mid-50s yells at me, "Speak English you, insert Mexican slur here, keep in mind I am white like super white." But ours is not to reason why. So I admit to having some voice acting skills and a twisted sense of humor. So I answered her in a Mexican accent that was maybe one step above Speedy Gonzales. In my defense, I didn't have time to prepare a better voice. I say, "Oh sorry, me a la punta, how can I help you?" "Where are the fuses? I need them for my house." Me, "Are the fuses for your house or your car?" Her, "I just said they are for my house." Me, "Okay, I can show you." I then led this woman around the store. As a rule, Home Depot is huge. I would get to one, I'll look around, say something like, "Oh day, must have moved them. They must be over, dear, good thing I was wearing a mask to hide my shit-eating grin." After maybe 10 or 12 minutes of this, she finally calls me out, saying how I am the worst, most ignorant employee here. And to be fair, she had a point. She then of course demanded to talk to a manager. I said he is at the front desk, but I come with her because I have to keep helping customers. Her, "Where is your name tag? I am going to get you fired." Me, "Oh no, I forgot my name tag, ni Lamo Miguel with a Y." She stormed off. I almost forgot to get jumper cables before I left. I did get them. Then headed to self-checkout. When I get to the checkouts, Karen is still yelling at the front desk. I am barely keeping together as she yells about Miguel with a Y. Karen sees me and point, "That's him, Miguel with a Y, fire him now." Then the best part. The manager starts to reprimand me. I mean, how bad is employee turnover that he doesn't know someone does not work there? I then answer in my normal flat Midwest white guy voice, "Sorry, what's this about? I don't work here and just came in for jumper cables." The manager looked confused, didn't really say anything. Her brain just stopped, I guess. Karen hears my voice, starts screaming not even real words. Did an angry Karen dance? I managed to not bust out laughing, which I think means I should get an Oscar or something. I buy the cables, say to no one really, "Wow, this never happens at Lowe's," and walk out. Next story. Not the request line. Growing up, my family's phone number was 5555070. There was a local radio station whose request line was 5555700. We would get calls at odd hours of the night from people trying to request a song. This was in the early 1980s, so answering machines weren't widespread. It was annoying, to say the least. We assumed they were just reading the phone number out wrong on the air. Turns out, they weren't quite reading it incorrectly. "Call us at 555-5700 was interpreted by some of their listeners literally as 555 to 5700. The last zero wouldn't register, so it would ring our house. So my father very kindly called the manager of the radio station and asked that they simply change the way they read the request line phone number on air. Unsurprisingly, the manager wasn't receptive to that idea. We're a radio station. "We don't have to change anything," was basically the response. So the next time someone called, my father very excitedly told them they were caller 10, and they had won a brand new car. All they had to do was come down to the station and mention that they won it on the request line. He also told them that if anyone gave him any trouble, just ask for the station manager. He'd be able to sort things out. As I recall, my father gave away 2 cars, and we never had a wrong number for this radio station again. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, make sure like, comment, share and subscribe the channel or posts.